Brothers, welcome. Today I'm going to talk about another fear that you should be aware of at this point because you may be facing it. And that is the fear that if you stop or if you slip, you're not going to be able to start up again. So some of you may be doing this 90-day challenge, and at the back of your mind, you have this fear, which is like, man, I've done these things before. I just never finish them, right? And maybe you've slipped already, or maybe you feel an impending slip and you're experiencing fear because of that. And it brings up all the times you tried to do something and you just weren't able to follow through, right? Now, this is true. I've said it before that guys who try to quit porn, or rather guys who struggle with porn, are not finishers. And that's simply a biochemical fact because our prefrontal cortexes, which are responsible for helping us set goals and accomplish them, are affected by our addiction. It is important to realize that there are a few things that can help you. Now, remember the concept of wins. It's so important to focus on your wins because your wins are the things that keep you going. If you slip, the first thing you're going to do is think about all the negative things that brought you there. And a lot of your self-hate and your self-loathing comes to the surface, right? So when you have built up a habit of counting your wins every day, you have something positive to think about if you slip. So you slip, the fear of, man, I just never finish anything comes up, and you're like, but I have some wins and I am learning how to finish by going through this program. The second thing that comes right after that is, remember, in the porn reboot system, we're not worried about slips. A slip is not a failure. Again, I've mentioned this a few times over the past couple of days. If you slip, look at your behavior. What happened? What was the self-care you were not implementing? What was the boundary that you broke? And how are you viewing that boundary, right? So let's say you went around your filter, Covenant Eyes. If you don't have it, get Covenant Eyes. It's 30 days free. Use the code REBOOT1, all right, to get it for free. You should not be going through this 90-day program without a filter. So let's say you go around your filter and you do that once or twice and you slipped and you're like, okay, Porn Reboot system says that I need to write down what was the boundary. The boundary I crossed was the filter. But man, how am I going to finish this? Like, I've tried to tell myself not to cross the boundary, but now I know how to go around the filter. A second thing that you can do, I'm just using this as an example. We give more details in the Reboot Intensive. But another thing that you could do is you could simply tell your accountability partner what the issue is, right? So you set it up, and instead of having access to bypass the filter, you actually give the password to your accountability partner. Now you're no longer able to do it. Another thing you can do is more extreme. You can ask yourself, do I really need this phone for the 90 days? And you might be like, oh my God, I don't know if I could live without my phone for 90 days. But let me tell you this, many grown men, businessmen, high performance career professionals who go through our 90-day program give up their smartphone. And let me just tell you this, for the vast majority of you who are watching this, they need their smartphone more than you actually need it. They actually need it to make money, but they find a way to do so because they understand that they need to win. They need to finish something, and they're going to do whatever it takes, right? So that's the second thing. You have your accountability partner who can help you control. I'm using filters as an example, who can help you control that situation. You're willing to let go of a specific device if it is getting in the way, and you've built the habit of sharing your goals with your accountability partner. Now, this is one that not many people are aware of, but you'll see this sometimes, and way back in the day when I was on forums, you'll see this in forums, you'll see this in the comment section of the YouTube page, you'll see this in the Facebook group where somebody shows up and they're like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish up. It's going to be a great month. I'm going to do 90 days. Let's go. And then you never hear from them again. Why? Because they just had to do one thing. Stay consistent and stay accountable to a large group of people, right? Here's the thing. When you stay accountable to a large group of people and you stay accountable consistently, not just on the first day, but on the 10th day, you're still in there going like, guys, I almost slipped. On day 15, you're like, guys, I slipped. You know, I'm afraid of this, I'm afraid of that. This is what happened. These are the boundaries that I crossed. This is how I'm going to fix them. And you get back on the horse and you keep going. Here's what happened when it comes to finishing. You're so focused on finishing, on your inability to finish, that you don't realize that your win is more important than actually finishing. And that's one of the reasons why you're stuck on this fear. You think that slipping means that you didn't finish. Again, the goal of this 90-day program is different from others. I'm not interested in you slipping. I'm interested in you finishing the 90 days and learning from it. I don't care if you relapse or if you're relapsing this entire week. No matter what happens, keep watching the videos. Keep implementing everything that you have learned to this point, and through your own experience, learn what the win means. What is a win? What are the wins? Yeah, I'm feeling down because I slipped. That's okay. It's okay. Finish the 90 days, right? No matter how you feel. And I promise you, you're going to have a bigger win than many of you have ever had in all your stop fapping attempts or whatever you've been trying to do over the past few months and over the past few years, all right? So I rambled a little bit today. I hope that makes sense. All right, brothers? I will see you tomorrow.